Let's continue discussing how to evaluate web pages for the author's credentials and the website agenda with some additional examples. Here's another example of a web page that has no author, but notice in this case that it states the page was reviewed by the Baby Center Medical Board. When you look at the credentials of the reviewers, we can say that experts evaluated the content for accuracy. If we look at the agenda of the website, we can see that it describes itself as a trusted source of information on parenting. Notice at the bottom of this passage it says it is a part of the Johnson & Johnson family of companies. Since it is a part of a corporation and because of the advertisements on the pages, we can assume the site is also a source of advertising revenue for the owners. Because of this, the authors may subtly promote products or avoid being critical of certain products. When discussing the author and credentials for this page, our answer would look similar to the nuclear power web page. There is no author listed. However, the information has been reviewed by a panel of experts in the subject area. Their names and medical credentials are listed. We could say this for the agenda of this website. Baby Center is a global parenting network providing information from experts and ways for parents to communicate with each other. The site has many advertisements to make money for the owners, Johnson & Johnson, which may influence the content. Let's look at another web page. Here's one on child behavior. If we scan through the article, we find the list of authors and information on reviewers at the bottom of the page. We can see that the authors are doctors and a registered nurse, and the information was reviewed by faculty and staff at the University of Michigan. We can see that the authors are affiliated with the University of Michigan Health System and mention that as well. So from this we know that the authors are credible and the information on the web page is reliable and useful as a research source. This would be the answer to a question on the page's authors and credentials. The authors are Kayla Boyce, Kelly Hart, and Sarah Vick. Boyce is a registered nurse, and Hart and Vick are medical doctors at the University of Michigan Health System. The information was also reviewed by faculty and staff at the University of Michigan. For the website agenda, when we look at the About UMHS page, the information really isn't too comprehensive. In cases like these, you will have to look at the website and describe what you see as the agenda. If we go back to the home page, we see that there's information for patients, information on the medical and nursing schools, information on research conducted at UMHS, and information for health providers. Discussing these aspects will become our website agenda. The UMHS website provides healthcare information to patients, gives information on the University of Michigan medical and nursing schools, provides research conducted, and has information for healthcare providers. Because it is a university medical organization, the site provides accurate, less biased medical information. Let's look at another page on parenting. Here we have the author listed as Grady Pruitt, and at the top of the page there's an About link for him. In this information, we see that he has a lot of life experiences that allow him to talk about subjects, but he doesn't list any formal training. An answer to a question on author and credentials for this web page would be: the author is Grady Pruitt. Except for information about his life and work history, he does not have any other credentials listed. This doesn't mean that he's a bad author and that he shouldn't be listened to. However, for a college-level research paper, you want sources that come from authors with an education and training in the area you are researching. You could use this to reference his personal experiences with raising children, but you would not want to use this as the main source for writing a paper. The last paragraph of this page also gives us the website agenda. We could rephrase it as, the author created the site to tell his personal stories in order to help other people confront the same issues. The information is based on his experiences and opinions rather than research or facts. Go on to the Part 3 video of this series for the conclusion of our discussion of the author and credentials and website agenda.